Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. Look at our background. It's so celebratory. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys if you're celebrating this week. I really hope you are and you get to have a couple of days off from the usual grind. If this is your first time with us today, welcome. It is so lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. If you've been around the block with us a few times, it's great to have you back and we're really glad that you're here. Definitely do share with us in the comments today where you are watching from, the type of role you're looking for. Is it SkillBridge, direct hire, or general tips and advice that you are here today to hear about? We want to know so that we can best tailor how we do these things and who we talk to. Hey, Alan, lovely to see you there. Happy Thanksgiving right back to you. Hey, Adrian, any remote jobs? I don't know. Let's just wait and see. We will share everything that we have across the next 20 minutes or so. If you are not familiar, our website is highermilitary.us. All of our newest roles, both permanent and SkillBridge internships, are hosted on there. Take a look if you're motivated as we get into today. If you don't see anything there that is of interest to you at all at the moment, or nothing that really suits your skill set or where you want to position yourself in the civilian world, definitely do register your interest with us. We have 2 buttons on our homepage, one for SkillBridge and one for permanent jobs or direct hire. And that from there, you can just register your name and your resume and let us know the types of roles and the locations that you're looking for. So when roles come up with us, we go to those databases first and we can connect with you and have a conversation. Equally, we keep you updated with everything that we've got going on, including all career fairs and events, as well as the newest and greatest roles. Today, we will be sharing a few SkillBridge internships, first of all, and then permanent positions. But just before then, what we would really like to share with you is a couple of hot links on our event here today. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Alan. Another Alan. Samuel, lovely to see you here with us. Diego, glad to have you here. John, Alex. Gosh, so many people. Reese, everybody's taking some time before Thanksgiving to hang out with us. I really appreciate it. Hey, Zach, up there in Seattle. We have on our event here, if you scroll across the page, if you are on your phone, or you can just click on details if you are watching on a laptop or computer, a few hot links. And there you will find the beginner's guide to an effective LinkedIn profile. Definitely would recommend you taking a look at that. A piece that we wrote along with our marketing team on how to target a resume. I would encourage everybody to take a look at that, even if you have submitted resumes already for roles. It really does give you a recruiter's eye view of, or recruiter's perspective of what a resume actually is. And it quite possibly could redefine what your document looks like going forward that you submit. So definitely take a look at that piece. Also, Mike Quinn, our CEO, works in conjunction with the USO transitions team. He is done for the month of November, but in December on the 4th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, he has an Ask Mike edition of his Mastering LinkedIn webinar, where you can go in and you can have a chat with him, ask him questions. And then also on December the 12th, he has the full-blown 2-hour Mastering LinkedIn. And if you're unsure about what that is, or it sounds intriguing, but you'd like more detail, you can take a look at that hyperlink on our event, or I can give you a quick Cliff's Notes. Sorry, I can't get my words out this morning. And essentially, he teaches you everything there is to know about setting up your LinkedIn profile and using the platform to really support your transition or your job search journey. So how to position yourself out there on this social media platform, and also how to connect, how to identify people that you think could support your journey and how to work with them in terms of accessing mentorship and informational interviews. I've been talking for a few minutes now, so let's go into some introductions. I'm Lucy. I am the Senior Director here at Higher Military. Been here for about 3 years now, and I am an active duty Air Force spouse. My husband is currently stationed in the interior of Alaska, just outside of Fairbanks. So if you're familiar with Fort Wainwright, we are not there. We are at Eielson Air Force Base just south. So it's really lovely to see you. And I know I slipped up just now and said this morning. That's because it definitely still is morning here. It's only 10:05 for me. I'm going to hand over to the East Coasters. Kate, introduce yourself.
I just wanted to give a couple shout outs. 2 people to start. Nikisha, you're at Eglin Air Force Base. that was our last duty station. So say hello to the Emerald Coast for me. And Ariel Raymond as well. She is one of the members at NAS Pensacola Fleet and Family Center. So just wanted to say hi to both of you. So good to see you here in the chats. But a little bit about me. My name is Kate Wood. I am the recruiting manager here at Higher Military. I'm an Army veteran and now on the military spouse side, my husband is still active duty Army. We are stationed at Oconos in Panama on a special assignment here at the U.S. Embassy. So definitely other side of the time zones from Lucy and other side of the world, it feels like a lot of times, but really excited to share some opportunities with our community today. And please keep introducing yourself. Tell us the types of roles you're interested in. If you want SkillBridge internships, if you're looking for direct hire. We also have Amber Pitkin in the chat as well, who's another one of our recruiters too. So let me pass it over to Matt.
All right, thank you, Kate. So I'm Matt, one of the recruiters with Higher Military. So I retired from the Marine Corps about a little over 2 years ago. Was a SkillBridge intern when I started with the company about 2.5 years ago. I live out in East Tennessee, but today, normally I talk about direct hire opportunities, but today I'm going to be focusing on the SkillBridge side of things. So if you're here for SkillBridge, I'll hopefully be able to answer a bunch of the questions you have. Put questions in the chats, so as long as we have time at the end, we can answer whatever questions you have. But yeah, I'll turn it back over to Lucy.
So let's get going. As we talk about our roles today, please comment in the comments here the specific role that you might be interested in, rather than just putting it interested as we speak. And the reason that we ask you to do that is because LinkedIn is a beast, and because of the algorithm or because of whatever it has going on inside it. If we do put the URLs, the direct links to the roles as we are talking, LinkedIn literally deletes them as we hit the enter button. So we have to go back after the event, see which role you're interested in, and share the URL. So let us know the role as we talk through. Or if you want to, you can take a look at our website, highermilitary.us, and you can look at the detail around the role as we are talking. If you do submit an application, I really want to circle back to that piece where I said, please take a look at the resource that we created, which is called How to Target Your Resume. It really will give you an idea of how to create a competitive resume that identifies why you are a great candidate for the role and why we should pick up the phone and invite you through to a screen. It really helps you to extrapolate the salient features and points from the job description, include that detail in your resume, because remember, we don't know you. You are strangers to us, so we know nothing about your career. So you really have to highlight the relevant points from your career as they relate to the job description so that we can see your resume and go, wow, this person is amazing. We need to invite them in now. We need to have a conversation with them. It doesn't have to be perfect because we do work with you on your resume to really hone it before we present it to our corporate partner or our client. But we want to see we want to have a good understanding of why you would be a great candidate. So as we get going, I'm going to go over to Matt first, who is going to jump in and share some of the SkillBridge internships. But before you do, Matt, would you tell us a little bit about SkillBridge and who is eligible for it?
Yes, absolutely. So with Higher Military and what we do, we provide DoD-approved SkillBridge opportunities for transitioning service members that are within their last 6 months of service. So easy way to do that, just look at your ETS or EAS, backdate 6 months from there, and that is your availability window. Now, different branches of service, different installations, a lot of people have different requirements for SkillBridge. Some, make it tier based off rank, things like that. There's a lot of different changes happening. So best thing I can say is talk to your chain of command before you start really pursuing the internships and putting the time and resources into that, because you can really, save yourself a lot of time and heartache later when something can't get approved, or just knowing how long you're available for. And something about what we do, advise some of the other organizations out there, all providing amazing opportunities. Ours isn't necessarily cohort based. There is one I'm going to share that is, but the majority of ours are based off your timeline and our partners' availability for you to come on site for the internships. So you have a lot of flexibility there, and that's why you need to have that conversation with your commands ahead of time to be able to get the approval before we start going through the interview process and things like that. But yeah, it's with that last 180 days of service. our goal is employment, and the majority of our positions that we have for SkillBridge are vacancies with these companies. So that headcount is you being there as an intern with the company. Another thing, if you are struggling to get approval or a company that's approved or getting them through the DoD vetting process, that's something that we can help facilitate as well. So you can always reach out to us, say, hey, I have this company that I want to start with next month. It's not enough time. Can you guys help us? We can get it done rather quickly. So that's just something you got to reach out to us about, and we can get them in the right hands and get the process started. Employment's what we care about. And that kind of ties into, the ones that I'm going to share. I'm only going to be sharing 3 of them. So if you see anything or hear anything that you're interested in, be sure to put it in the chat with what it is that you're interested in. Go to the website. It's right down there on the bottom of the screen, so you can see all the other ones that we have available. But the first one that I'm going to share is an equipment technician in Dallas, Texas, and this is with Texas Instruments. So what they have is available spaces for transitioning service members, and they have a January 29th cohort date. Again, I said this is one of the only cohorts that we have available. A small bit of information. All interns to date who have completed, they're given full-time offers. You'll perform preventive maintenance, equipment repairs, equipment improvements, upgrades, and equipment installations. What they're looking for is about 3 to 8 years of electrical and or mechanical experience. This can be professional or personal skills that you've learned. So, this is where, if it's a personal skill, you can write cover letters. That's one time where I think that you can put that in that fashion, or just when you talk to us, you share that information with us and we present that over to the employer, and we share that information that you're highly skilled in this, you have these hobbies, if it's more personal experience. But your availability needs to be started on or before January 29th, but you have to have a minimum of 90 days availability for the internship. And you need to be able to relocate to Dallas, Texas at the end of it. Again, that's with Texas Instruments. You can put Texas Instruments or just put TI in the chat, and we'll be able to take care of it from there. We'll be able to reach out to you, start doing some information gathering and things like that. The next one I'm going to share is a payroll administrator. This is one of our newest ones that we have with Masonite. They're door manufacturing. They've been one of our best partners over the last 2.5 years that we've been working together. One of the ones they have is a payroll administrator, and this is available in Florida, Tampa, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, or West Chicago, Illinois. Any one of those 3 locations. It's one position, but it can be based in any of those locations. You need to be able to live in one of those major cities, but the main responsibilities, you're processing payrolls in multiple locations. So think large installations if you're managing or overseeing payroll for different commands, or if it's within a region. There's different installations over there, and you're at like a headquarters. Think, the Marine Corps, Quantico, if you're handling all the payroll for certain areas within that region, or just dispersed throughout the Marine Corps as a whole. That's just an example of, the different locations. You're generating and analyzing information into their payroll systems. You're assisting employees and managers with the payroll policies discrepancies. What they need is an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree in finance or some type of HR related field. But the big one is that 4 to 6 years of relevant experience processing multiple location payroll systems. That is an absolute must have. If you don't have it, unfortunately, it's not going to be the right fit. If you have that, some of that experience, but you have the degrees, the education to back it up, even better. But again, if you're interested in that, this is for SkillBridge transitioning service members only in those locations. And the next one I'm going to talk about, also with Masonite, also brand new, is a quality manager in Vandalia, Ohio. This is right near Dayton, Ohio. So you can think right near Cincinnati, and there's another large city right next to it. I know when I was getting out, I wanted to be within an hour of a major city, and you have that in this location. But what you're expected to do is to characterize, measure, process performance, and develop specific processes and templates. So what they really want from somebody is a Six Sigma or Lean Green Belt certifications. That's something that's going to be required. You need to have some type of process improvement background. About 5 to 7 years experience, understanding of quality in a production environment, and then 5+ years experience operating quality management systems. Now that sounds kind of weird, manufacturing, production. We've had somebody accepted into this position before. He was aircraft maintenance, technical inspector, but mainly his primary was electrical superintendent. So that's just a little bit of background on what made that person successful. getting to this niche type of job. He had the lean background, he had a PMP, like he had a lot of the supplemental education to back up what he was trying to get into. So that's just like a, insight to the position. You can think facilities maintenance, things like that, but that process improvement is huge. They do prefer a bachelor's degree, and they do have a lot of other positions available: Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, a whole bunch of different types of positions. You can check it all out on our website, hiremilitary.us, the internship side. Search Masonite. You'll see all the different ones that pop up. Very, very, very proactive job offers for everyone that's been an intern with the company. It's a great place to work. I highly recommend. You can put Masonite in the chat. You can type in the positions I shared. The background sounds like something that's a fit for you. You're just not sure about the locations. We can work with you on that. And then the last one I'm going to share is a service technician in beautiful San Diego, California. Spent about 8 years out there. It's an amazing place. It's with fires, etc. Their mission is to help equip the courageous folks to save lives and property. Southern California's complete source for fire safety equipment and any other related services. What they're looking for, the ideal person: experienced Navy Seabees, Army Corps of Engineers, Marine Corps combat engineers, Air Force, Red Horse communities, things like that. So there's mechanical experience that they would require. Anything on gas or diesel engines is preferred. The ideal candidate, service forward position, taking care of first responders who take care of us, is their passion. So if that's something you are passionate about, it's probably a great fit for you. Again, you can type that into the chat, go to our website, see what's out there. Again, those are just SkillBridge positions for the transitioning service members. So please ensure that you're slowly approaching that 180-day mark. If you're within a year, you need to get started on it and talk to your commands to get their verbal approval very soon. You're about to be behind the power curve if you don't. And that's just personal experiences and just experiences with doing this for 2.5 years and seeing the struggles that a lot of people encounter. So have that conversation as soon as you can. Somebody asked, if you're retired for more than 12 months past retirement, unfortunately, you're not available. We do have direct hire opportunities. We can also provide the resources. We can provide other organizations out there, ACP, Hire Heroes USA, some really good ones out there that can help with the mentorship piece, during your transition, because it doesn't stop. I've been out for over 2 years and I'm still getting into school and doing the transition thing, and it never stops. So the opportunities are there. We just got to have that conversation. But yeah, that's all I have to share. I know that was a lot. Comment, put it in the chats, ask some questions. We'll get back to you, and I'll turn it over to Kate.
Hey everyone, just to rewind, we had those are the SkillBridge internships that we had to share today. Do I have really bad background noise? I have the gardeners outside? Okay. I apologize in advance. Hopefully everyone can hear me, and I'll try to be quick with the roles that I have to share today. So I'll be sharing some direct hire opportunities. We have these for our veterans, transitioning service members, and military spouses alike. The first position I want to share with you is an IT audit consultant. These are hybrid roles located in the DC metro area, and they're working with Big Four consulting firms. So think KPMG. This is probably too loud. Lucy, do you want to take these positions? I apologize. There's so much background noise here.
Absolutely. So think Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC. These roles are with one of those companies. They require a secret clearance alongside a degree in accounting, finance, IT, business management, and about 4 years experience. Most senior NCO or CGOs and above have the financial management experience for these roles. You can expect to be leading and guiding both teams and clients in the internal audits to accomplish overall objectives and strategies. Experience performing risk identification and assessment as it relates to systemic processing and IT automated controls. Think signal, IT, network administrators, strategic oversight. And these are manager and senior manager level. Honestly, from our perspective, if you are from a US Army background, all the better, because it will be working with the Army. So a knowledge of their processes and how they work would be ideal. And the salary is around $90,000 to $135,000 per year, more or less. Kate, give me the thumbs up when you're ready to take over, but I fear that your the lawnmowers what it's like to live in Panama, where people mow your lawn for you and you just sit inside while they do it, I will take over. But Matt has better information than I do. So if I say it wrong, please do let me know. The next one we have is for one of the same companies there. It's an environmental disposal consultant. Again, DC Metro hybrid, providing expertise on environmental disposal in accordance with the DoD and US Army policies and procedures, specifically with US Army procedures for the disposal of caustic chemicals, basically used motor oil and things like that. If you have seaburn, transportation, logistics, operational experience with DLA and hazmat disposal, we want to talk to you. I was about to say pick up the phone and call us. That's not so easy in this day and age. Drop us a message, either me or Kate, and we definitely can connect and set up a conversation. In addition, we have a site ops manager, so site operations manager role in Gary, Indiana. So anybody looking to move back to Gary, Indiana, or in and around the area, this could be a role for you. We are working with a global mining and industrial materials company right outside of Chicago. The role provides direction and guidance to the operational activities of the site and day-to-day situational to senior leadership. You do need to have a Bachelor of Science degree in engineering, mining, business, or a related field. Progressive experience in mining or heavy engineering industry experience is ideal and optimum for this role. And the salary range for this one is about $140,000 to $170,000 per annum. And there is a bonus potential of 20% on that one. So if that one is of interest, that is the site operations manager in Gary, Indiana. And finally, we have it's a new one. It's not up on our website just yet, but a military and government sales manager. Now, this one is remote, but there are some ideals around that remote, but it's not a deal breaker for the best candidate. This company is based in Orlando, Florida. So if you are in Florida, in Orlando, or even East Coast within that time zone, that's optimal. If you are not, but this still sounds like it's of interest to you, definitely get in touch, because for the right candidate, our client said he would take somebody in Hawaii. And on that note, hey, John Lamb, we see you here today. It's really lovely to have you back. Haven't seen you for a while. So this is working for a company, super cool, great product that they have. They are a DoD supplier of shelter solutions across all branches of the military. So in this role, you will be growing and building relationships with the prime contractors and identifying new opportunities within the DoD space. They are looking to branch out into the commercial space too. They really need somebody who understands the military ecosystem and how their solutions would fit into different areas of the military. If you are interested in this one and you want to hear more, like I said, it's not on our careers page. Kate and I only met with the client yesterday. Please type military sales and Kate will reach out after this call. Right. Over to me. I'll pass it over to me. So I was just going to talk to you about a couple of other opportunities that we have, and these are more in the training realm right now. So if you are looking for an IT-based SkillBridge internship, we have a great connection with a company called Skillstorm. They are actively seeking transitioning service members for their full-time immersive tech training programs. Currently, it's funded through VetTech, and going into next year, they are looking for candidates who will be interested in taking roles that are going to be funded through Cool as well. And ultimately, what they have are 16-week programs that equip you with the skills needed for a successful career in cloud, cyber, Java, you name it, they have it within that realm. And in January, they have got new internships starting every single week within this sphere. So if you are interested in hearing more about that, please type Skillstorm into the comments and we can connect you with them. In addition, we have an awesome partnership with an organization that works with, an organization that works with cyber vets, ultimately. This is a sponsored Veterans First workforce development initiative dedicated to those who are transitioning out of the military. So these are SkillBridge internships. They are looking for people with 0 to none IT background. And this is a cyber internship, and it is for the full 180 days. So if you have eligibility and availability starting in January, they want to hear from you, and ultimately thereon after, throughout the year of 2024. They want to hear from you, but remember, no IT experience, ideally, and having 180 or as near to that 180 days availability as possible. If this is of interest to you, definitely let us know and just put cyber training in the comments and we will connect you with them. Two more that we have. We have been working for a while now, so if you're familiar with us, we've been working with veteran service brands. Absolutely love this organization. And actually, Mike Quinn, our CEO, is going to be one of their keynote speakers at their annual conference in January. They are a company that have 4 franchise opportunities that are solely available to veterans. It is a company founded by a veteran only for veterans. So there is that level of camaraderie and support that you do not get outside of the military. So it's kind of like a home away from home. It's founded by our great connection, Jack Child, and he has a portfolio of franchise networks aimed at setting up veterans with successful service-based business opportunities. He has 4 brands, so 4 opportunities. One is a parking lot striping one. One is an athletic field marking one. One is epoxy floors. And the other one is a commercial or house painting franchise. They are all turnkey opportunities. He literally gets you set up, gives you your tools, trains you, works with you. You have a mentor, everything that you need to set up your own company. And the people that we have been talking to started in one of those business lines and now have branched out into others. So this really is a phenomenal opportunity. So if this is of interest to you, just hit franchise in the comments and we will connect you. And finally, one last organization that we are working with is Acuity International. I always struggle to say that word. And they have international roles across the downrange region, which include Iraq and Somalia, fulfilling various positions in security, intelligence analysis, and medical technology. As a company, they provide process and tech-based critical services to the government and commercial enterprises around the world. So if that sounds like it could be of interest to you and you're ready to up sticks and go downrange again for 6 to 12 months, let us know and we can connect you with them. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of talking from me today. I don't ordinarily do that, but Kate, thank you. I appreciate that opportunity. And we do have questions this afternoon, so I am going to ask them, throw them back to you, Matt, and you, Kate. Hey, Matt, I'm going to ask you the first one. Adrian has connected with us and asked if we work with candidates on resume building and writing.
So although we don't necessarily work directly with folks on resume writing, we do have resume writing resources on our website. That it's a phenomenal template that basically says, take this information from the job description, put it here, put this information here, and it helps you navigate the process. Hire Heroes USA is a great resource when reaching out to that. Anyone listening, do not pay for any resume writing resources. That is a scam, and I will take that to the grave. You can send them my way. But anyway, Hire Heroes USA is a great organization that can help. We do have the resources. The mentors is a huge one for that too. Find someone within the industry that you can talk to, a veteran within that industry, and they can kind of help navigate that resume writing process. American Corporate Partners, they can hook you up with people that are in certain industries within your geographic area, companies that you're interested in. They might have an ACP mentor there. Like, there's a lot of options. It takes some networking, but long story short, we do not directly do that. No.
Thank you, Matt. Ariel has asked, if a company wants to work with us, how do they go about doing that? You can connect them with any of us here, Ariel, and we can connect them to our business development manager, Kristen Liccardo. We would love to hear from companies. Ultimately, what we really enjoy here is being able to share as many opportunities out there to our military demographic and introduce them to companies that really want to hire from the veteran, transitioning service member, and military spouse pools. So hit us up. We would love to hear from them. Kate, I'm not sure if you can talk right now. You want to give me a thumbs up, or how's it going? Yes, no, maybe so? Kind of. Oh, okay. I'm going to go to Matt then. Matt, we've had an anonymous question around reservists. Are reservists qualified for any of the opportunities, or is this just strictly for active duty guys within the 180-day period?
Yeah, you are eligible. You just have to be on active duty orders. Talk to your command. Talk to your installation about that. But you just get their approval. You have to be placed on orders. It gets very difficult. It gets a little tricky. It is not impossible. We've seen it done. It is, smaller chances, I think, but it's just you got to have that conversation with them, and you are eligible. Just talk to them, and you have to really coordinate with the timelines and getting on active duty orders. I know there's different the title 13, the exact one I don't remember, but yeah, 32.
Yeah,
been doing the direct hire thing for like 2 years. I'm sorry, but it is very possible. Have the conversation with your command, because they're the ones that approve it.
And we've had another question again. So Matt, will you just reiterate what we just said about resume help? We can't help with the resumes, unfortunately. We are recruiters rather than career counselors. So for resume help, we will put the link up, but it's Hire Heroes USA. That is our partner organization there. They are phenomenal at helping and supporting with resumes. If candidates come to us and they are definitely well qualified and have a great fit for one of the roles that we are recruiting for, we then do help at that point, but we are not a resume support service, unfortunately. And I'm really sorry about that. We just don't have the capacity, to do that at the moment. We've got 1 minute over. I've just had one last question that I'm going to read in real time. I'm sorry, and I'm going to digest it as I read it. So Alejandro has asked, what do you recommend for someone needing a direct hire, but there are no jobs available currently at present location? Relocation is not an option. That is a great question. And I think, Alejandro, I have to be really honest, it's really hard to answer that without further information. So if you wanted to connect with me and we could have a bit of a side chat, we could definitely do that. But at just first glance, there's so many variables that it's hard to give any good information, and also not knowing the geographical region either. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Kate. And it just leaves me to say happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful couple of days off if you get to enjoy that with your family and your friends. And we will be back next Tuesday for another episode of Hot Jobs with us here at Hire Military. Take care and thank you. Bye-bye.